So we're going to begin. Um, and I'm here to talk to you about the power of online ordering. And I'm sure you're very interested in that because otherwise you wouldn't be here talking to me right now, right? But you want to understand more about it, so I'm going to help you with that. Now, with online ordering, the first thing we need to actually talk about is the common problems. Okay? And the common problems in regards to ordering food at restaurants, these are the common problems we've noticed. Language barriers, creating miscommunication. You may be aware of that already. Order was wrong due to misunderstanding or lack of information on the menu. Yeah? You're seeing my screen, right? Okay, good. I'm glad you're seeing that. Alright, I should have asked that in the beginning. Anyhow, so during busy hours, you lose several customers for every one customer served. Yeah, the reason for that is that sometimes during busy hours, you may be on the call with one customer, right? And then you hear this busy signal where it's like, deep, deep. Like in terms of someone calling you, you might hear the beep that someone's calling. And sometimes you get 3 or 4 other callers trying to reach you, but they're unable to get through to you. And after they try 2, maybe 3 times, they give up and they actually go with somebody else, or they eat at home instead, cook up some noodles, or they go out and get something else. So you've lost that customer, and they're not going to order from you again for a long while. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be 6 months, who knows? It'll be a long while. So that's what that means. While your cashier is dealing with customers on the phone, customers in person are standing there waiting, and then the other way around, obviously. I know you've seen that happen. For dine-ins, I'm not sure if you do that in terms of dine-in or people just come and get your food and go and you do delivery or something. But customers could wait a long time to be seated. Customers taking too long to decide on an order, that can get people that's behind them pretty frustrated and impatient. Food order took longer than anticipated. Maybe they came and they expected to be done already and it's not, or maybe it took longer to actually deliver the food. So that's what that means. Sometimes you've run out of certain ingredients, making some items unavailable. And the customer might not know that. So when they're standing there trying to order an item, and then they say, "Oh, I want the orange chicken," and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're out." And then like, "Okay, fine, let me try the I don't know, lo mein, blah blah blah, chicken, shrimp, and whatever stuff." And you're like, "Oh, sorry, we've run out of shrimp," or something like that. I don't know what the case may actually be, but I know that has happened, and it's hard to explain that to them right on the spot, especially if you just have a piece of paper. You can't just mark on every single menu, right? So that's one of the issues. And if you do catering, you oftentimes lose the order ticket or forget about completing an order. That can be pretty embarrassing. And I'm sure you know several more, but what you need is a solution to all this. And that solution is an online ordering system. Now, the question is, why online ordering, right? If you want an abundance of happy customers, online ordering literally opens the door to that because it's easier. It becomes a simple pick-and-click option. When customers have an easier way of getting their food, they will almost always do it. I mean, let me ask you, would you rather do something that's easy or something that's easier? Yeah, easier, exactly. Alright, and this makes it faster. If you automate the ordering process with that handled, you have more time to extend the personal touch everywhere else. Okay? And it becomes more frequent. It becomes such a pleasant, overall convenient experience that customers will say, "Let's do it again." Now, just some information to know, the average adult in the United States alone orders food from a restaurant 19 times per month. That includes dining in, takeout, and delivery. Okay? Of those 19 times, at least 5 restaurants were eaten at twice. All other meals were at different restaurants. And according to the survey tool, over 47% of restaurant customers prefer to order takeout food online. That's pretty huge already. In another survey, 67% of the respondents had already experienced online ordering. So that's a pretty big deal. There's a lot of people out there that actually use online ordering already. So you don't want to fall behind on that. And here's why why they chose to order online. 59% said they liked being able to view the entire menu as they order. 57% said it was easier than talking to a live person. So there's no time pressure, no language barriers, etc. 53% said online ordering reduces mistakes with their orders. So that's good. 50% said it was faster. Okay. A large majority of respondents, about 78%, said they would like small local restaurants in their communities to start accepting online orders. And you said that you have one location, so obviously you might be fitting into that category there. And I want to go back up real quick where it says 50% said it was faster. If you think about it, that means that 50% think that ordering over the phone or in person is slower. Okay, that's pretty significant. Now, you might be wondering, who does online ordering? Here's a list of them. Some of them you may know, some of them you might not. But there's some big names out there. Outback Steakhouse, Subway, Applebee's, Papa John's, Domino's. Those are all the obvious places. But there's some small places as well, but there's big fast food chains as well, like Taco Bell, Whataburger, Jack in the Box. I mean, you wouldn't think places like that would be doing online ordering, but they do. Okay, so this is a pretty huge thing that's going on right now. So consider the following. Pizza Hut and Microsoft Xbox 360 have teamed up to do online ordering. This is very significant because online ordering obviously is something that's already in existence, but they're teaming up together to where these players could be on the console, the Xbox 360, and purchase their pizza right there without even leaving their game. You know, so they're making it even more convenient, which is pretty crazy, but it works. There's 1,800 McDonald's locations that do online ordering and deliveries in 19 countries since 2005. I mean, it's 2013 now, 8 years later. So they've been doing this for quite a while. 70 Burger King locations in 9 states are doing online ordering and delivery since 2011, and now they're picking up the pace soon. Okay. Not only small restaurants are doing it, but if super fast food chains are doing it too, consider how many other chains will pick up while you're still wondering if online ordering is a good idea or not. And by the way, the office niche is huge. The average takeout order for office lunch is $134. So if you're trying to reach out to some business places, and try to target the office niche, you can actually increase your revenue just from that alone by doing online ordering. They can order online, it's kind of like catering in a way. It's just ordering a bunch ahead of time. All right. The bottom line, online ordering makes it convenient. Okay, it may seem impersonal since they no longer speak to a person to order, but it's more important that they can still personally customize their order and get exactly what they really want when they want it, and that's the key. By taking your ordering process online, you are diminishing ordering errors, and ordering time, improving customer satisfaction, increasing valuable cashier time with customers in person, generating a great deal of additional revenue, and becoming more cost effective. So our solution? It's called Splash Menu. Quickly and easily create your own custom restaurant menu and sell your food online. Okay, you don't need technical or designer skills to create a beautiful menu your customers can enjoy, buy, and share on your website or Facebook. All right, I'll explain more on that later. As you can see here, it says easily accept online ordering, offer dine-in, to go, and pick up. And the thing is, we also do catering. We just couldn't fit it on here. Sell directly from Facebook, manage multiple restaurants, beautiful display of all your food, easy to use setting and controls. Okay, and so we'll do a quick feature overview. There's beautiful and seamless integration, so whatever website type you have, we can integrate it with it perfectly. There's simple and easy short codes. These short codes are just little codes instead of like HTML and stuff like that you might not know. It's very simple codes you can understand, and just put it in there and it'll display your whole entire menu. There's customer privacy enabled so that we protect their information. You can track your orders online. There's an automated customer database where we store the customer's information, and you can follow up with them in the future to do marketing and stuff like that. We offer delivery services, so that means you can handle delivery services if you don't do that now. This just helps you manage it. You can manage multiple locations. Understand you have one, but in the future you might have 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows, right? Things can happen. Now, there's powerful settings and controls, so you can actually control a lot of different things inside there. You can give staff access, so instead of just you being the only person that have access to your menu, you can have your manager or something that can go in and make changes to your menu at any time. And here you'll see that as items are added, it will load into the cart. So they'll just click on the Add to Order button. They can see all the different information there. And right here, if you can see my mouse, it says Splash Menu ID =, and then 2. That's the short code because our program is called Splash Menu, and then the ID for the 2, meaning that it's the menu number 2 that we're using. And you'll see what I mean later. I'll show you. And when customers can review items before paying, so they can actually see all their items right here, and they can use their PayPal account to pay, or if they want to use their credit card, they can do that from there as well. And you yourself can review existing orders, and you can enjoy an easy way to manage and monitor your online sales. You can see the tax, the delivery information, how many orders there are, and so on. You can see set a different range. We have 16 different currencies right now, so if you end up having locations in other countries, we more than likely will actually add them on there and accommodate for you. And with here, you'll see that it says Facebook. Customers actually can order on your Facebook to help you promote your business too, okay? Because once an order is placed, it will post on the customer's wall, letting his or her friends know what was ordered. We call it auto marketing. Yeah, we say you're welcome because it's pretty cool. A lot of people say thank you. All right, and this here I think is pretty freaking awesome. It says decide exactly where you want to deliver. Okay, so basically, you on your admin side, you can select specific areas where you want to be able to deliver to. All right, and I'll show you more on that later as well. Now, if you want to, I can show you it in action. We can see it on a website and Facebook. All right, so I'll go ahead and open up the browser here. Can you see this still? Yeah? Okay, good. So this is our demo page here. It's demo.splashmenu.com in case you want to look at this later on. It has pretty much the exact same information that you've seen in the screenshot earlier. And you can see the image. If I click on the image, it expands. Make it go away. I can click on this to actually get additional information because there's a short description and there's also a long description. Oh, I just noticed. So I expand this real quick. Alright, and I'll click on add to cart, for example. And then it'll add that to cart. I'll click on another add to cart, and there it goes. Add to cart, there it goes. Very simple, and then I can just click on checkout to check out. Okay, I think right now it's just disabled for demo purposes, but I can click on edit cart at least. And I can change this out if I need to. So very easy to use. There's another menu here, which is the dessert. So we have different dessert and stuff in here. There's other features. Well, you've already seen the features, so let's just go back to home. We can go to the Facebook page. This here is the Kroger one. I'm logged in right now, so it's showing all the different stats. I'll explain this later as to why we have Kroger on here, in case you're familiar with Kroger. Oh, seems like we've increased our number of likes. Cool. Alright, but for now, let's hide that. In fact, I think for testing purposes, we need to go to Splash Menu. Yeah, we'll go to the Splash Menu Facebook page. Alright. Alrighty. Go away. Hide. Thank you. Alright. So here we are. I want to show you the order food here. So we'll go to that. And on here you'll see the 3 different menus that we have specifically for Facebook. Okay, so you can have menus for your website, certain things that you want to show, and then there's some other menus that you might want to have on Facebook. I don't know, maybe for testing purposes. I don't know. That's entirely up to you. But let's say we have a $20 menu. We have the entrees menu, which you'll see here, and then there's the new menu test. Okay, so we see that. I can click add to cart, and it shows up. Add to cart. Well, add to order, and then I'd continue with checkout. Okay. I don't remember if this is disabled or not, but you get the idea. You just click on checkout, and you'll proceed with confirming what you have, and then enter your PayPal information to check out, or use your credit card information to pay for it. Okay. So that's that. Let's go ahead and return back to the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. And so, do you think your customers would like something like this, to be able to go to your website and just click around, look at your menu, but at the same time be able to add it to their cart or their order and check out? Yeah, I mean, very useful, very convenient, right? Now let's run through the admin area real quick. So let's go ahead and go back to it. And what I'm going to do is enter this up here, wp-admin. Yes, that's where I want to go. I'm going to log in as admin because I have admin access. Alright, and then here I would actually just go to /menu. If you're familiar with WordPress, this is a plugin that we've created for WordPress. If you're not familiar with this, don't worry. We're coming out with another version very soon that can actually adapt to your site even though you don't have WordPress. Again, I'll explain that later. Okay, so right now though, you can see the menu demo, the dessert demo, and then there's a no prices demo. Menu. The short code's here, so you can just actually copy this somewhere, copy that, and I'll just show you, for example, real quick. Open new tab, we're looking at pages, and here's the menu tab or page, and there it is. That's the code right there. That's all I entered, and if I view the page, that's what it looks like. It pulls up all that information and displays every single menu item. Okay. Sorry, I'm moving on too fast. Let's close that up. Let's go ahead and edit it. Okay, we're going to go in here and edit menu. I'm not going to save any changes. I'm going to show you what you can do. You can enter the description of that menu. This right here is shown at the top. So that's what that is right there. And then you come down. This is additional CSS style, which normally you won't have to mess with this. So leave that alone. What you can do is change out the order. You can drag an item, move it over there, drag it down here, move that up, however you want. You can edit the individual item. You can indicate the name, whatever image you want to put in here for that item, the price for it, the description in terms of a short description, and then there's a long description as well. The long description is when you actually click on, for example, let's click on this one. There we go. And then the longer description is actually provided here. The image is already expanded. Okay, it's going to return. Am I going too fast? No? Okay, you're able to see everything, right? Let me know if I'm going too fast. Yeah, because sometimes there is a delay on your side, even though I'm doing things. Okay, great. So after you've made your changes, you can actually use this, the tool here. For example, if I wanted to, I can bold it. If I want to underline it, or if I want to change the color to red or something like that. So it's very easy to use. You can actually manipulate the content however you please. If you like to add additional images in here, you can do that as well. All the tools here are readily available for you. Alright, so I'm going to cancel though, because I don't want to make any changes. I'm not going to go through and click on each one of these because there are some personal information to us that I cannot show you. But from the Facebook integration, this is where you actually specify like what menu you want on your Facebook page. The online ordering, you can see like the orders. I think I can click on this and be okay. Yeah. So if I went here, I could see the number of orders, the lifetime sales, average sales, how much I've sold, the delivery, the orders. So there's a lot of information that's shared here. You can manage your store locations here. Each location is different, so when you add location, you can add the name, the location. I want to show you this, for example. Let's do, I don't know, Hollywood, California. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I'm going to go down here, I'm going to click on draw. Now this draw is where I can actually indicate where my delivery area is, okay? I'm not familiar with Hollywood, so I'm going to go ahead and just click some places here. I can make whatever shape I want, okay? Once I click on it, I can actually drag it, if I want to. That kind of overlaps it, so I shouldn't do that. But I can do some weird shapes up in here. Alright, if I wanted to go all the way up to Sun Valley or something, I don't know. I'm not saying that's a good idea to make that type of shape, but you can get really weird. Go out here and let's say I want to cover South Los Angeles, You'll never see a shape like that, obviously, but you can get kind of creative with it. And if your delivery area is very specific, you can narrow in very specific areas. Okay, so you get the idea here. You can have a lot of fun with this, and you'll save this. And in our oops, did not mean to do that. I have not tested it, so I'm not going to actually even try to attempt to undo that yet. But I believe you, if you just refresh the page, you can just do that part over, or go ahead and just save it, and then you'll redo the drawing. Okay. But after you're done, you'll click on Save New Location, and that'll save it for you. All these different options in here, I'm not going to fully walk you through it because it is fairly easy to understand just by looking at it. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and briefly tell you. This is sales tax. I mean, it's not hard. Sales tax, and there's your order time minimum in terms of what's the minimum time span you have ahead of time to order. There's order time maximum, like that's for catering. They can order up to 45 days in advance. Okay. Pickup, that's the same thing. Order time maximum, same thing. Catering. So this is for delivery, this is for pickup. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Very easy to use. Let's go ahead and return back to the PowerPoint. Okay. And so, was that easy enough to use and understand? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very, very simple, very straightforward. Nothing confusing at all. Now, after seeing that, let me tell you something very intriguing. Ever heard of Kroger? I mean, you kind of saw the site earlier, or the Facebook page at least. Now, Kroger isn't everywhere, but it is the #1 grocery store in America with over 3,500 locations. It's the 4th largest general retailer in the world. Over 100 locations offer sushi bars for ordering. I don't know if you're aware of that. Actually, the sushi bar is there myself. But yet, there is no website about this service nor where it's available for their customers to order. Okay. Now, the reason you see that is because we registered KrogerSushi.com on the domain April 8th. We threw up a temporary website April 9th. April 10th, we started receiving traffic. It now currently averages about 1,200 visitors per month. Okay, and we're not doing anything. We're not doing any type of marketing. All we did was actually just create the site and threw up and put in some content in there, just for some fluff for now. Now, the reason this is intriguing is because even a large corporation like that is missing out on a huge opportunity to increase their revenue by hundreds of millions of dollars. But they haven't missed the opportunity entirely. They just didn't notice it before we pointed it out. The thing is, you have to understand that a lot of people are trying to find out more about the Kroger sushi, but there's no website on it until we created that. All right. So I'll go ahead and show you. This is the website. This is what we created for Kroger. And all of this is just kind of like requesting people to sign up on the list if they want this, so that they can request it from Kroger for them to start online ordering. And Kroger, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, so I'll get back to that. All right, but you can see the site here, and just for the sheer fact that just by creating the website, we're getting this much traffic to them. Obviously they have a lot of people interested in what they're doing, and just by adding this system, the online ordering, they're going to get a lot more business out of it. Imagine if they actually started marketing. All right. Okay. Now, you've seen the huge list of chains and the restaurants that are already doing online ordering. Pretty soon, they'll get busier and you'll get less customers, unfortunately. I hate to put that out there, but that's just the way it works. If other businesses are marketing more than you and have additional opportunities for customers to order or buy their food, it's going to be harder on guys like you. Now, it's not too late for you. If you already have a website, obviously you do, just add our online ordering program to it. Okay. Now, we're coming out with version 2.0. Coming soon is our latest edition. Your menus, settings, and customer data is safely stored on our cloud servers and is never lost. There's no longer any special technical requirements to integrate your website with Facebook before there used to be. Regardless of whether you have WordPress or a static HTML website, you can still integrate with our program seamlessly. Okay. Now, when you use our WordPress plugin, it will be updated automatically for you, so you don't ever have to worry about it. Your menu is completely mobile friendly and adapts to any mobile device automatically. Even the admin area is too. So, if you like, let's go look at the demo in our mobile simulator. So, let's go ahead and open that back up here. Got my browser. And here we go, this is the demo. Alright, this is the demo of how version 2.0 would display if I click on menu. And here it is, pretty clean. You have the 3 columns and you still have the sidebar. This here is an example of the menu without the sidebar. You scroll down, it's actually, right, okay. Right, I removed it. Okay, so if you have these shown as a full width, then it won't show the sidebar, obviously. Let's go back, and I want to show you the mobile simulator. Here we go, mobile simulator. This shows you what the Splash 2.0 beta is. This is a simulator, but the thing is, you have to keep in mind it's not 100% accurate. I mean, it obviously looks pretty good. You can tell the difference in terms of this type of phone, the Asus versus the BlackBerry, the Nokia, and then there's the iPhone. Okay. Now I can actually scroll through here, so that's pretty cool way. Yeah. So based on how big the screen of the phone is, that determines how much content will display horizontally. I can actually still go through here and click on menu to access the menu. Okay, and this is how it displays. Pretty neat. And if you want to see this on your phone, you can actually scan this. So if you want to, go ahead and whip out your phone. If you open your apps and go to the barcode, most phones have that already installed on there. And if you don't worry about it. But if you're familiar with QR codes, you can scan it, and this will take you to the beta demo, so you can actually check that out on your phone directly. All right, and we also have a demo based on iPad. This is not accurate at all, unfortunately, because when you're doing a simulation in terms of an HTML compared to what the iPad program actually is, it doesn't show everything properly. Okay, so like if I click on menu, it looks like this. But what it's supposed to look like is this. This is a screenshot here. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like on an iPad. This was a screenshot directly from an iPad. Okay, so that is what it looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so version 2.0 continued. Once your site is integrated with our program, and if your site goes down, your customers can still order through Facebook. So that's a very amazing feature that we have that not many other people have. I don't know if many others that do, actually. And even if our cloud server goes down for some ridiculous reason, customers can still order directly from your website because all of your menu and data are stored in both places. Now that is definitely something that no one else is doing. There's a stock quantity inventory management feature to indicate what items are low and requires attention. Customers will have the ability to customize each menu item. We call it itemization. For example, being able to select different toppings for a pizza, or building their own sandwich or burger. And if you don't have pictures for your menu items, you could take a photo of your food as it comes out and post it into your menu directly from your mobile phone. That's a very awesome feature. Not many other people are doing. So what else? What else? To ensure our lead in this industry, here's a few more things we're currently developing. When a customer posts feedback on your website, it can be automatically updated on review sites like Yelp, Google Review, the Google Review, and Yahoo Local Reviews to generate more business for you. You'll have coupon and loyalty programs to help drive sales with existing and new customers that integrates with your social media, SMS, which is text messaging, or QR codes and so on, which you just saw an example of what a QR code looks like. An upselling system that will be included in our splash menu and could be integrated into your POS. So basically when a customer comes through, they do certain orders on the website or in person, depending how much they spent, you'll be able to specify that, how much they spent, or just certain items, or just in general, after they've purchased certain items, then it'll actually ask them for some upsells, asking, hey, would you also like to add some fries or some hot wings or whatever stuff, other sauce, and so upselling can actually make up a lot of money for you. A custom QR code image link will be in every order confirmation email and have the option to integrate with QR code scanners to speed up checkout process. The way that works is that when a customer order from you, it'll attach a link to a QR code specifically to that order and to that customer. So when they come in person, if you have like an iPad type of POS, or we'll just get you a QR code bar scanner, and they come in with their phone, they'll click on that link and it'll show an image, you'll scan it, and then that will pop up on your screen showing that actual transaction or that order. Okay, so very nifty. Now we're also integrating our online ordering program with Google Analytics to track additional food items and customer data. Order confirmation can be received via email right now. And we're also adding on voice notification and even text messages. The way voice notification works is that when the customer order, it'll call your restaurant and show and pretty much give you an overview of who it was that purchased, what they purchased, the total amount, and things like that, in case you want to receive voice notifications still instead of just emails. I'll continue with something else and we'll explain. To up the ante even more, we will also have an SMS ordering service. Now, this allows your customers to order your food just by texting to you. Okay, so that's a very powerful feature that we're adding. And that's not all. You will also be included in our restaurant dining and reservation network so that you can gain additional business without putting any additional marketing efforts on your part. So we handle additional marketing for you just for being part of our network here. So additional features and strategies are in place, but will be kept private until it is time to reveal. Now, I'll go ahead and be upfront with you. We are still young, okay? We're not going to lie about that. We're a U.S. company headquartered in Arlington, Texas. We're brand spanking new and still wet behind the ears, as they say. We're actually kind of proud of that because we're approved by the Singapore government to subsidize qualified restaurants in Singapore as much as $2,500 for purchasing our unlimited plan. That's not a very easy task to accomplish, okay? We have been approved for up to $60,000 a year for 2 consecutive years, a total of $120,000. We've also been approved with another product and work on it and adding 2 more, okay? In total, we should be getting $480,000 worth of subsidized revenue from the Singapore government. And that doesn't even include the projects that we're working with them on. So on the side, we actually have projects that we're doing with them, redesigning their websites, rebuilding their websites, and also having them use our program, Splash Menu. Even though we are still young, we're now laying the groundwork to establish our online ordering program with Kroger and all 100 locations that offer sushi. This is going to be a big deal for us because being able to use our branding, our Splash Menu inside their Kroger, obviously that's a very good reference to have. Pressing on to work with Subway, Wendy's, and Buffalo Wild Wings. This is, we don't have a contract with them yet. We're just saying that we are working towards trying to get their contracts. The thing is, we have a prospect or a client that we're trying to work with out because they have 24 locations. They have 24 restaurants, and they own Subway locations, Wendy's, and also Buffalo Wild Wing locations. Okay, and he's interested. It's just a matter of actually getting approved through Subway, Wendy's, and Buffalo Wild Wings. Once we're approved, we're gonna actually start going in and actually not just hitting up the 24 restaurants, but additional restaurants from Subway, Wendy's, and Buffalo Wild Wings. We're establishing our program all around the world in 21 locations with various restaurant types. The thing is, there's actually over 150 dealers and resellers that are helping us getting this program out there. Okay, so in those 21 locations, that's not the only places that we're selling. There's actually other places too. So we have a lot of support. Oh, there you go. This is hundreds of individual dealers. So even though we are young, we're doing it right. And that's what's important. No matter how old you are, because age is just a number, right? It's a matter of how quickly you mature and do things properly. And that's what we're doing. Now, that goes without saying, we have to mention our contenders, right? The top contenders. There's Snapfinger. You may have heard about them. They have a 7% transaction through directory. Okay, so if the orders come through from their directory, they're charging you 7%. They charge you 5% if the orders come through your website. Okay, a custom menu is $500, so they'll charge you $500 just to set up their menu. The POS integration is $500, and it's $75 an hour for maintenance. So in the future, if you need to change out your menu, they're going to charge you $75 an hour. All right. A restaurant processing 30 orders a day, an average of $15 per order, generates a gross revenue of $13,500. Not bad, not great, but that gives you a general idea. But you have to pay $675 a month in fees. Okay, and that's just based on 30 orders a day. I'm sure you do more than 30 orders a day. So let's say you do at least double that. You're looking at paying what, $1,350 a month on just the fees. Okay, if you don't mind, I'm quite thirsty from all the talking. Get a quick drink. That quenches the thirst. Okay. And that does not include merchant fees. Ah. All right, and there's also OpenTable, if you're familiar with them. They handle only online reservations. They do not have online ordering capabilities. Okay, they charge $500 to $1,000 to set up, depending on how you want things. It's a minimum of $199 a month for basic hardware, and then there's an additional $40 to $200 for other terminal and hardware. Then they'll charge you $1 per reserved person via directory and 25 cents per person via your website. So even though they're your customers, they go to your website and they book a reservation, you still get charged. Now there's also ZepplerWorks. ZepplerWorks works on a much higher level. They actually do a lot of things. They do pretty much everything. But they charge 8% for any order processed. That does not include a 2% plus 35 cents per order for credit card processing, or $90 a month plus 8% for Facebook and dining guide orders. The dining guide is just another fancy name for the directory. Okay, so if you're getting orders through Facebook, they're charging you 8%, and if they're ordering through the dining guide, they'll charge you 8%. Based on 20 orders a day. Now remember, I said 30 orders earlier. Now it's 20 orders, okay? Based on 20 orders a day, an average of $15 per order, the gross revenue in 30 days could be just $9,000. The fees, however, could be $720 plus $222 of additional merchant fees. That's about, what, $942? That's like 10%. So they're charging you literally 10% due to all the costs, okay? And this is based on 20 orders. You multiply that by 3, okay? You're looking at what, $2,700 in fees? That's ZepplerWorks for you. By looking at the top contenders, you can easily see how expensive it can get every single month and every single order you receive. They're not the only ones that charge so much, though. This kind of ridiculous pricing is actually becoming a standard in this industry. But we think you should be able to keep as much money as you can for every order, every day, every month. You should not be charged for an order if they were already buying from you in the first place. They're your customer. So the thing is, we don't charge you any transaction fees. You can have 1 million transactions per month, per day. We don't charge you a single penny for any of those transactions. Okay? All you have to do is cover your own merchant fees or credit card processing fees. That's separate. That's not on us. But in terms of us, we don't charge you. Okay? We think that we should be providing more benefit and charging less for it. That makes absolute sense in this fragile economy, don't you think? Yeah, absolutely. So why Splash Menu now, right? There's discounts. We have discounts right now. It's a very limited time, I promise you. You'll understand why in the end. We'll waive the yearly licensing fee of $297. So normally it does cost $297 to renew every year. You're going to get free upgrades and program fixes for 3 years. So for 3 years, anything that goes wrong, we'll fix it. The thing is, more than likely the program won't be messed up, but if for some reason it is, we'll be the one that's go in there and fix it. It's very, very not likely that you'll break something. But even then, our customer support will be there to help you for anything, and we don't charge for that as well. We just need access to your account. Go in, fix it, easy peasy, So it won't charge you a dime. No branding removal fee. Okay, it's $497 in the future if you were wanting to remove our branding, which is to mention Splash Menu on your site. Of course, if you don't care for that, then it doesn't matter. But for those that care, they would pay $497 to get it removed. Additional locations are free. Okay, this is huge because it's $348 a year value every year. All right. Additional Facebook locations or pages, because we do charge for each additional locations in the future. But any additional Facebook pages you add to manage your locations and online ordering, it's free. You don't pay for anything else. It's $468 a year value. The total instant savings for the next 3 years based on one additional location. Okay, that's just one additional location, and the yearly licensing fee is over $2,700 in savings. All right. Now, the questions I asked. Remember the questions I asked you at the very beginning of our conversation? Let me ask you one more important question. Do you plan on staying in business for more than 3 years? Yeah? Good. Then let me show you a quote you'll really like. Okay? Now, I asked you those questions. I'm going to pull it up here. And here it is. Alright. You only have one location. Our pricing right now is based on just $99 a month. Okay? It's only $99 a month. But the thing is, if we base this off of 3 years, total cost is $3,564. Okay? That's pretty fair. You know, if you go on beyond that, that's great. But let me show you here. Let me just confirm if I actually touched on the point. Yeah, so retail price for one location for 3 years is $3,564. Okay? Thank goodness for discounts, right? By taking action today, I'm willing to give you a 30% discount. So let me show you what that looks like. If I go in here and I change this discount from 0 to 30, okay? Remember, it's $3,564. All right, you're saving $1,069.20. Okay, so from the $3,500, it's down to almost $2,500. Okay, there's additional services we do provide in here, like install the plugin. So if you have WordPress, we can install it there for you. If you need us to set up the menu for you, we can do that as well. It's $75. Again, this is everything here is optional. That's only if you want us to. Okay, so if you want to, let's just say for example, you do want us to install the plugin, you want us to set up the menu, additional items above 30. The thing is, when we set up your menu, if you have 30 items, perfect. We can put it all in there for you. We don't charge anything extra. But if you have anything above 30, let's say you have, how many items do you have on your menu? You have 50. Okay, so for example, I would put a 20 here. Okay, that's what it'd be. And if you have to edit images to put it on there, so like if you need us to edit the images to fit it perfectly, everything to be the same size and stuff like that, let's say you have 50 images, okay, and then we'll punch that in there for you. Integrate with Facebook. All right, would you want us to integrate it with Facebook so that you can sell your food on Facebook? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. This is for example. Then do you have a Facebook right now? No? Do you want us to set it up for you? It's only $50. Yeah? Okay, great. And there's custom Facebook cover and thumbnail, which I kind of showed you earlier. Oh shucks, it's gone. Let me just click on this. This is what we mean. If you want a custom cover, I mean, obviously this isn't anything fancy. We can make it fancier than that. This year we made this logo for Kroger. So we use their original logo, but then we put something else on there. So that's only if you want us to do that as well. Okay. So let's just say we skip that. POS integration. This integration basically just means that when people order online, it will update on your POS as well. So your cash register is updated when they order there, so that when you calculate at the end of the night, everything is right there on the spot. But it's also okay if you do use PayPal separately. That's entirely up to you. Okay. So you do want to actually integrate it. Okay. So that's what that's like there. Notice on the right side here it shows the discounted. So even though it's supposed to be $40 right here, it's actually only $28 with a 30% discount. Okay. This was supposed to be $75. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong part. It's supposed to be $40 and it's actually $28, which is still correct since it was 1. This here was supposed to be $150. Oh, I messed up. That's supposed to be 1. My mistake. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Okay, so it's supposed to be $75, but the discounted rate is $52.50. Okay, so you can see here. And then so now the total savings is $1,300. Your investment right now is $3,113. Okay. Now let me show you the ROI. You're probably wondering down here, in case you noticed, it says ROI calculator. Okay. Remember I asked you how many locations? You said 1, right? And then all the other questions that I've asked you, there's 200, 18, 100, 14, 8, and 70% in terms of the typical gross margin. Okay. So based on that one location, with no changes whatsoever, you're looking at getting a return of only $25.20. That doesn't sound very impressive, right? So let me show you something here. This says many existing phone orders will shift online. So let's estimate you get 100 orders over the phone or in person, 30% shifts. Okay, this immediately changes to $33.60. Upselling order online typically increase order value. So instead of it being $18, which shows right here, average online ticket, it changes to 20. So now your average online ticket becomes $21.60. Now, without advertising changes, let's say sales increase by only 10%. Okay, it says right here 10% is being conservative, but we would hope most restaurants will increase well beyond that. So we'd like to see you have 20, 30, or even 40% increase in your sales. Okay, but let's just say 10% only. So we'll punch that in there. And then first-time visitors online may be more compelled to order, let's say 5%. This could be from, like, for example, search engines and stuff like that. You know, once you have your website up and running properly. If, well, you have a website. I haven't taken a look at it. We can talk about more of that. Talk more about that later on how to improve conversion. But just the fact of actually having the ability to order online will help you increase sales and convert new visitors as well. Okay. Now, earlier you only saw, what was that, $20, $30 or something return each day. It's now $190 of return each day. Okay, your average monthly return is $5,712. Okay, your investment was $3,100, or would be $3,100. Excuse me. The days to recover this investment is 16 days, 16.57. So let's say 17 days. Okay, months to recover is 0.55. So it's about half a month. You'll have this amount recovered. The ROI per month is 83%. Your ROI per year is 2,100%. Okay, that's pretty big. Now, I just want to show you something in case you have been contemplating and wondering if you'll add additional locations. Now, just ignore the investment amounts right now. It won't matter because I'm just going to show you just for example. Okay, let's say you add on one more location. Okay, and you have a Facebook page for that one as well. Yeah, it shows 4,800, but you're not spending that, so don't worry about it. The ROI is what I wanted to show you. Your monthly return would be $11,424. Okay, your ROI per month is 136.66% per month, and per year you're getting 2,700% ROI. Okay, that's pretty huge. Now the reason we base this on 3 years, because most places, if you're going to stay in business for more than 3 years, obviously you're going to keep using this thing for more than 3 years. Okay, so after that point, it's kind of just pointless to keep paying for this program. Instead of paying for it monthly, you can imagine how much it'll cost you were to pay for it 5 years or 10 years from now. Even though our program continues to increase and improve, yeah, that's great. Of course, it would be worth it, but you know, to be able to pay that much, you know, it can be a bit overwhelming. Alright, now if you utilize our additional services, I'm willing to offer an additional 5%. So earlier I was showing you just as demonstration, but the thing is, this actually covers a lot of your additional services expense. Okay, so let me show you real quick. For example, it was 30%, 31.13, right? If we change this to 35%, this brings you under $3,000. So initially to begin with, weren't we already at $2,something $100? Now we're back at $2,891, saving you $1,556.80. Okay, now that makes a lot of sense.